Hey guys, welcome to my great new YouTube channel, and today I'm just gonna be talking about my sort of like 6th grade year as well as my 6th grade math teacher because I didn't really like them. So welcome to the not so great channel on the internet. And so yeah, this is my first video, so sorry if the commentary is kind of crappy and all that kind of stuff. Cause this is my first time and I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's get on with it. So I went to a relatively good school. It was actually pretty good, but the math teacher there in 6th grade was kind of really bad at her job. So what really annoyed me was 25% of our grade wasn't either participation or directly related to math. She would always have these like stupid, "Hey guys, today we're gonna be doing brain teasers" every day at the start of class. Basically, these are called quote quote brain warm-ups, even though we had been through like 70% of the day already. So there was really no point in that because it was the second to last period of the day. So that just really annoyed me. And then, can you guess what? She didn't actually tell us that those would be graded. So I just like tossed them aside because I thought we'd never use them again after I finished with each thing. So what ended up happening is after like my first 3 weeks in, after my first 3 weeks of school, she was like, "Hey, okay, everybody now turn in all of your brain warm-ups." And we're like, "Wait, what? You never said we needed those." He was like, "Oh well, you do now. It was for binder organization purposes, so I knew that you guys were keeping them. And also, if you guys didn't get the right answer, I'm taking points off anyways, cause I'm like that." So basically, none of us knew that we were supposed to turn these in, and all of us had just sort of like trashed them because we thought, "Hey, we don't need these; they're just brain warm-ups." And so what ended up happening was this ended up like 25% of our grade, and I only had like 3 out of 40, or not 3 out of 40. I had like 10 out of 40. So what ended up happening was like it just screwed everybody up. It was like I only had 10 out of 20. So, and this is like that. It ended up being like 25% of our grade was these stupid brain warm-ups, and these brain warm-ups didn't even make sense. Like, they had things like "the truth will set you free," but all it was just the word "truth" outside of a square. No joke. That was one of the brain warm-ups. These were all just as dumb, or if not dumber. Like, I get it. Truth will set you free is a minor thing. Nobody says it. Like, do you imagine going up to school? "Hey guys, so what did you guys learn today?" "The truth will set you free." No, you're not gonna go up to a 6th grader and them telling you the truth will set you free. Nobody does that. You're not gonna know the truth will set you free. And all of them had just this kind of stupid, if not stupider, phrases like this as their answers. So that just screwed a lot of people over. And then what she would do, like most math teachers, it just give you these like half-baked lessons. So she wouldn't actually tell you the entire lesson. She would just give you like half of it. So what ended up happening is everybody kept like she would always give lessons in 2 parts. She would always have half the lesson in one day, and then like the application and how to actually use it the second day, which would have been somewhat good. Which it would have been pretty good as a on how to use it. But she wouldn't tell you how to actually use it. So what she would do is she would just have it one day and then just end up not telling you how to use it. It's like saying the plus sign adds things, but you don't know what numbers are. It's dumb. It's just dumb. Like, what are you supposed to do? So then when we got our first test, the class average was like a B minus or a C, somewhere around there, which is decent for some schools. But for our school, apparently was supposed to be like a blue ribbon school or something like that. I don't know. And so what ended up happening was we just like it just everybody was just pissed. So then what ended up happening is for almost every test, everybody would need a retake. And then for that retake, she wouldn't actually give us the full credit for it. I remember one time, she made this test, and substitute teacher was proctoring. And then she was like, "Okay, everybody, give 6 integers between 0 and 5." Well, that was the question. That was the question. So she was like, and so everybody's like, "Is there's not? Can we do 0?" And they're like, no, 0. We can't do 0." And we're like, "But then that's not possible." And so she was like, "Well, on the question is written, you cannot include 0." So everyone's like, "Wait, but it can only be positive. Can it be negative then?" She was like, "No, can't be negative." And we're like, "But that's when an integer is a whole number that's negative or positive." And everybody was like, "This is so dumb." So then a lot of people ended up just getting stuck on that question for 20 minutes because it was worth like 15 points. And each answer was worth like 3. So I don't know why. I don't know why she thought that was a good idea, but it was just dumb. So what ended up happening was that we would have to take a retake, but then she wouldn't give full credit on that. And so since most people just spent the entire time trying to figure out that one question, since it was worth the most points, nobody actually got it. Most people had gotten like a C or a D. So apparently when the teacher came back and we were reviewing the test, everybody's like, "She said we can't have negative numbers on you." And so the teacher said, "Yes, this is what she said. Oh, I told the substitute teacher that to say that she could have negatives." And we was like, "What? She said we couldn't have negatives." Then teacher was like, "Oh, well, it was a mistake. My bad." And she didn't even give us full credit back when we did it so easily. It was just dumb. It was the most stupid, idiotic stuff I've ever seen. And so, yeah. Now I'm gonna start talking about one of these like school incidents. It wasn't really an incident, it was just a class incident. I'm gonna call it fire in the shower. So we were out, our entire class was out on a camping trip. Not camping, but it was like at this like camp Cope, I don't know what it was called, it was just something dumb like that. Everybody called it Camp Cope with boredom because it was just boring as heck. So what ended up happening is everybody went there and spent the night. So one guy was taking a shower at 3 a.m. and he saw a spider in the shower. So he was like, "Spider in the shower! Spider in the shower! Everybody, there's a spider in the shower!" So this one guy took it. One guy woke up and heard it, so he took it as, "There's a fire in the shower! Fire in the shower!" And since it was 3 a.m., he didn't internalize that it was in the shower. In the shower. A place with water beats fire, especially since there's like almost no electricity in the building. I mean, there was some, but it was only light, so I doubt it was an electric fire. So he started screaming, "Everybody, there's a fire in the shower! There's a fire in the shower! Everybody, oh my god, there's a fire in the shower!" So everybody was like waking up, everybody was like scared, everybody's like, "Oh my god, we're gonna die." And everybody's waking everybody else up until they realized who was yelling it. This guy had been known to be lacking common sense. He was a great guy, he was intelligent, he just didn't have any common sense on. So he thought it would be funny to say there's a fire in the shower instead of there's a spider in the shower. He's like, "Everybody, there's a fire in the shower! There's a fire in the shower! Everybody, wake up, wake up!" So everybody woke up and it was like, "Oh my god, there's a fire in the shower! There's a fire in the shower!" At least in the boys section, because the girls in the boys section had different areas for each other. So everybody was waking up, everybody's freaked out. And guess what? No fire in the shower. There was just a fire. There's just a spider in the shower. No fire. And so everybody's like, "Dude, what the heck is wrong with you? Why would you wake everybody up screaming there's a fire in the shower?" He's like, "I thought he said fire in the shower." And everyone's like, "No, he said spider. What are you on about?" And so everybody just went back to bed and everybody was like super pissed in the morning. Everybody just kind of ignored him from then on. It's kind of sad for him, but I mean, that's what you get when you decide to start screaming there's a fire in the shower. So, yeah, there's some school stories, academic anecdotes. What's another word for school? Uh, institutional inquiries. Yeah. So yeah, that's just a bit of my 6th grade, that kind of thing. And yeah. Sorry, I'm really bad at this. I'm all new to this, so I don't know what I'm really doing. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.